I started my company in 2012 and naturally grew thanks to network and referrals. But in 2018, things started to take a downturn because I couldn't control my method of client acquisition with lead generation. No matter what I did, I could not figure it out. I tried going to events. I hired a salesperson to book sales calls for me. I ran Google ads. I tried SEO. I wrote blog posts. I did things on social media. And no matter what I did, none of them massively clicked. I had some minor successes here or there, but nothing where I was like, boom, I've cracked the code. I can scale this up and keep doing the same thing over and over. I know if I don't have any clients, I can just do that thing and I'll get clients. I never figured that out. But in 2020, when COVID hit, I had no choice. Things got so bad that it was either the business was going to fold or I would figure out this problem. So I spent a load of time and a lot of money on coaches and courses trying to figure out how to get this thing sorted. And I did get it sorted, and now we have a consistent stream of calls in my diary, and we can amplify those calls by turning things like adverts on and off. In this video, I'm going to talk you through those lead generation strategies, what is currently working really well in 2023, and this is coming from someone who was probably in your situation or a similar situation to what you might have been in the past. It just would not work for me, never worked for me, and I managed to figure it out. So things can change, and this video is going to talk you through what works for someone like me who just doesn't naturally have that gift. So we're going to get onto the super sexy stuff in a bit, but firstly I want to give you some quick wins because I want you to come away with this with ideally some leads. The easiest way you're going to get leads and get new business very quickly is by, unfortunately, using your network and referrals. If you have anyone in your network, friends of friends, family who have a business or are the type of people you would want to work with, they're going to be the easiest to close. And the reason they're going to be the easiest to close is firstly, you have an open line of communication with them because they're already inside your bubble. And secondly, they know, like, and trust you. I hope they like you, but they at least know and hopefully trust you. They at least know you, right? But if they know, like, and trust you, boom, that's the whole game. That's everything you're trying to do. So they're the easiest to close. If you need people to close straight away, that's where you need to go. Ask around within your circle for those people. But I appreciate you might have already tapped that out, and that's what we're going to get onto now. So there's something I want you to be aware of before I go into these lead generation systems, and that is you have to know what it is you're selling, and you have to have proof that what it is you're selling is something, firstly, people want, and secondly, it's something that you can actually deliver. The key way of determining if you have these boxes ticked is, do you have a case study? Let's say you sell decking to homeowners. Have you installed decking for a homeowner in a reasonable time to a reasonable quality and to the extent whereby they're really happy with the service you provided? If you have, boom, that's a case study. Fantastic, you can use that. If you've never done that, you're going to be in a slightly different position, and it adjusts how you need to approach lead generation. Now, there is a very definitive and linear path you follow when generating leads, and the reason case studies are so important is because they're kind of like the gatekeeper to the more exciting stuff that's way more scalable, such as ads, which I am going to talk about in a minute, how to effectively execute those. But just be aware, we need that proof of product market fit, and also that we can deliver before we go into too much depth, because that often is the problem with a lot of people. It's not taking the actions of the lead generation, it's something way more fundamental beneath their business, in that what it is they're selling doesn't quite align, or they can't quite deliver on it, or something like that. So the first method of lead generation is manual outreach. What we're going to do is we're going to decide on a few things. So firstly, we're going to decide upon what it is we're selling. Next, who are we targeting with those people? Then, once we have those two things, we need to come up with an offer for those people. That offer is usually structured like this. We help, boom, that's who you're going to help, achieve, why, and that is the result that you're going to bring those people, and then you do it within and then a time period. You can also add a guarantee in there. So, and if we can't deliver it within 30 days, you get your money back, or something like that, some sort of guarantee. That structure is an offer. So now we have the service that we're providing to people, who we're providing that service to, and we have a way of nicely packaging that so we can go to people and say, here's our offer. Also, within that offer, we want an initial hook. So let's say that we deliver marketing services to people and we've structured our offer, we're going to deliver you X amount of leads within 30 days with your money back. Right, we've got that. We need a hook to lead people into the offer. So with a marketing agency, that might be a free consultation session whereby we look at your business and see if it's possible to deliver that. with, again, going back to our example of decking, it might be a free session whereby we'll come over, we'll check out your area, see if it's possible, and then do a free design for you. Usually it's something free and it's upfront value to the prospect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this little guy's got a message for you. Firstly, hope you're enjoying the video. He says, if you are enjoying the video and you can consider leaving a like, comment or subscribing, it would be greatly appreciated because you'll see more content that's going to benefit you. Also, for every like, comment or subscribe, he gets a dreamy, so there is something in it for him. He's not completely unbiased. But yeah, hope you enjoy the video and I'll see you again soon. Let's go, continue. Once we have those things decided, we're going to go down a manual outreach system. The way we're going to do this is, first off, we're going to find people in our target audience who we want to reach out to. We can do this in a myriad of different ways and you can use your imagination, but I'm going to talk you through two very simple strategies. The first is we're going to use Sales Navigator on LinkedIn. This is a paid for service, but you can get it as a free trial if you've never used it before. Now we have a whole other video on how to use Sales Navigator that goes into a load of depth, very high level. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the search function within Sales Navigator and we're going to use all the different filters to filter down to who it is we want to reach out to. That will give us a long list of people that we can reach out to, potential prospects who could use our service. Another way of finding lead information is to use Google. Let's say that we're trying to target vets within our local area. We can just type into Google vets in, I live in Hampshire, so I'm going to say Hampshire, vets in Hampshire. That will give us on Google a list of search results with vets in Hampshire. And those are companies that we can target. We can go onto the website, create a spreadsheet, and we can copy the URL of that website and we can try and find contact information on that page. We may even be able to find a telephone number, probably find the owner of the company, etc., etc. So that's another way of finding people that isn't Sales Navigator. It's a bit more manual, but it's a way of targeting and finding people's information. Then we're going to use third-party tools such as Hunter.io or Pippi Leads to find the contact information of those people. We've identified them by using Sales Navigator, but we need their contact information to be able to reach out to them. Hunter.io is a way of doing it in a very targeted sniper kind of way, and Pippi Leads is a way of going through huge lists of people and trying to get as much data as possible. There's pros and cons to each. The sniper approach takes a little bit more time. The shotgun approach takes less time, but you have less people taking you up on your offer. Once we've used one of those tools to grab that person's information, we're then going to reach out to them and we're going to propose our offer to them. So I have a very simple structure we can use when reaching out to these people. We're going to put, hey, name, we help, and then you're going to put your offer, exactly as I just said a minute ago. We help whoever it is achieve X result in Y time period and then a guarantee. Then we're going to do a one-line case study. This is why case studies are important, but if you don't have one yet, go back to network and referrals or just skip this section. What we're going to say is we helped X user, whoever that may be, someone we previously worked with, achieve, and then we give a result they achieved, ideally with specifics. So if they were a marketing campaign, we helped increase their revenue by 76.8% within the first 4 weeks of them working for us. So very, very short case study. Then we're going to put at the bottom, would you like to see more, whatever the result they may want, so more revenue in your business, and then you put their company name. So would you like to see 20% more revenue for company name within the next 30 days? Let me know and I can send over a few times to chat. That's the way we're going to structure our first message. Very simple, very short, and that's what we're going to send to people. Now with this manual outreach, initially we're going to do that manually, and I mean manually. We're going to find those people ourselves. We're going to open up our email account or our LinkedIn. We're going to try and connect with them. We're going to send the messages manually and we're going to monitor our inbox so we get a really quick feedback loop. We're hands-on with it and that gives us a really quick method of getting within that cycle of, right, this works, that doesn't, because we're so hands-on and close to it. But once it starts working, we want to start automating it because lead generation should be something that kind of runs in the background naturally. So at that point, what we're going to do is we're going to shift over to using automation tools such as Lemlist,
which can automatically send out your emails, send out messages and connection requests on LinkedIn, etc., etc. And that saves you a whole host of time. We have a whole section on how you do this, and there's so much depth you can get into. In fact, we have something called the Controlled Growth Framework, which is a complete framework for client acquisition. And there's a whole section in that framework which talks about like LEM lists and how to automate this manual outreach. So if you want that, there's a link below to a free growth strategy session which you can have with myself. And if you want, you can buy into that course and it'll be everything in there, like step-by-step guides on how to set all this up for you. So that's manual lead generation. Unfortunately, it's something we have to go through to be able to get us to the later points, which everyone aims for, and it's kind of sort of sexy and is what people are attracted to, which is advertising. So with advertising, what we're going to do is we're going to take the same offer that worked when doing manual, and it's very important, and this is why I say the case study we need, and this is why I say do manual outreach first. It's very important that we have a proven winnable thing that we can do manually before we go, we're going to put loads of money into adverts. Because I have seen this so many times. I did it myself. I've had companies who we work with who've lied to me about their product market fit, and then we run ads and it doesn't work. And then with a bit of digging, it's like, oh yeah, we've never actually sold to those people. It's just, it makes sense, like they should buy from us. It's like, on paper it does, but you need reality. So we have proven that it works. We know there's product market fit, we know we can deliver, and we know we can acquire clients by manually outreaching to them. Now what we're going to do is shift over and make that automated and scalable with ads. So firstly, what we do is we create a really simple advert that takes the offer we've been promoting in the previous step, and we basically put that offer into the ad and we run that ad on Facebook. The way we set this up is very, very simple. We have more detailed guides on this channel, videos that go into more depth. But basically, we're going to set up a campaign within Facebook. We're going to use very, very broad targeting. And I literally mean between these ages in these locations. We're going to let Facebook do all the hard work for us. Then we're going to select dynamic ads and we're going to upload a whole host of different adverts, variations on images, and a whole host of different headlines and body copy into the ads manager. By selecting dynamic ads, Facebook will not only find the right people for these ads, but it's going to find out what the best creative is and the best headline, the best body copy, and the best combination of those. It's going to do all the hard work for us. Just obviously make sure that all of the ad copy, all of the headlines, all of the body copy refer to your offer and are very clear as to who it's for and what it is going to help them achieve. Now there's a whole host of different methods people use with advertising to acquire people's information. Some people send people to webinars, some people send them to landing pages. We're going to start with lead generation forms because there's less moving parts. It's very simple, very quick and effective. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a lead generation form within Facebook. Within this lead generation form, we're going to use conditional logic to qualify out people who aren't qualified and to qualify in people who are qualified. The way we do this is we set questions for them to answer within the lead form, and then we tell Facebook if they answer in this way, they're qualified, they're a lead, send them our way. If they answer in that way, they're not qualified, get rid of them. And that helps Facebook to learn who's qualified and who isn't, which increases your lead quality. Now, provided that we've got relatively good ad copy creative, and if you need help with that, again, that's in the Controlled Growth Framework, which you can get from us. Provided we've got all that, and the lead form set up in a way that asks the right sorts of questions, we have an enticing offer, which we do because we've proven we have an enticing offer previous to this, we'll start getting leads in. Then all we need to do is we need to pump those leads into a CRM. You can do this with automation. So we pull those leads into a CRM so we have a list. All these people are interested in our service. And all we're going to do is we're going to look at on a daily basis that list. We're going to manually reach out to those people, try and schedule them into calls, and basically sell our service. But that's how we create leads. And that is the most effective system at present. The most effective system is to firstly go to our network and our friends and family, etc., and try and work with them. Once we work with them, we need to get a case study. So we need to prove that what it is we're doing is something people want and something we can actually deliver on. Once we have that, we're going to try manual outreach, and we're going to reach out to people in our target audience personally, and it might be painful and you might not want to put in the time and effort, but I mean, you're a business owner, you kind of have to do that. So we're going to manually reach out to people and prove that, boom, our offer works, and we can get people who've never heard of us to now take us up on our offer. Then once we have that sorted, we're going to shift over to adverts, and we're going to automate that process and scale it up. But we're reducing the risk at every one of those points because we've proven in the previous step that what we're going to do next is going to work. We've at least massively increased the chances of it working. And that is how you do lead generation in the most effective method possible. I really hope this video has helped. There's obviously a whole host of more information. There's way more detail, and all that detail is covered in the Controlled Growth Framework. If you want access to that, you can sign up for a free growth strategy call with myself, and I'll see if we can apply that to your situation. And if you want to, you can buy into that. We offer it as a consult deal where essentially you buy in and you can have access to everything and just teach yourself and do it yourself, or we can implement it for you, whichever's easiest for you. As I say, you can apply for a free growth strategy call below. Hope this video's helped, and hopefully I'll see you again in another video. If you want to subscribe, like, please do, and any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll speak to you really soon.